I'm trying to contact her to get my shit. All this and that. She's not responding. This and that. You know,
Right.
she dragged it off for like a whole week. So then by this time, it's already like 10 days since my shit been up in there. And I've been trying to get it. So, okay. Finally, she answered and she like, well, your shit gone. And whatever, you can come get whatever it is you got left. So, you know, I'm like, my family, because I work. I run a doctor's office. I work. So, my family go to get my shit. Everything gone. They call me on the phone while they there. Like, ain't nothing here. Everything's gone. All that was left was the trash, the stuff that she had set out for the trash that was sitting inside the garage.
Wow.
So, my family, they call the police. The police come. They like, hey, well, where is all her stuff? The bitch got the nerve to tell the police that she donated all my shit.
Wow.
Everything of value. And anything that wasn't of value, she threw out. So, the police, they like, you know, well, you ain't had a right to do that. I had time to come get my shit, but you didn't have a right to touch my shit and then call yourself donating my shit. How
Right.
you donating Gucci purses and all this and that, and you don't even own a Gucci purse?
Right.
That don't even sound right. Why would you donate big screen TVs and all this and that when you don't own one?
Right.
So, police automatically put a charge on her. Boom. Charged her with robbery, pretty much,
Right.
in the criminal act. And she robbed me with the help of the law. Because they the one who came and locked me out my shit.
The judicial system. It's amazing, ain't it?
Man.
Ain't it? Scammers.
Man, I went all down to the DA office. I filed a charge with the court. You know, they took the case. Just fucked up situation. She still ended up getting away with it in the long run. But had I pressed the issue, and you know, it was just a matter of me having to be at work, and I just didn't have time to invest in fighting it.
Right. Right. What was more important?
But it was important to me.
It was important. I get it.
After I had already got scammed for $1,500, just got scammed. Here you put me and my kids on the street. Like, we went from everything being okay to being homeless. You know what I'm saying? Within a matter of days.
Right.
Now, how do people have the heart? How do they even go to sleep and be able to do shit like that to people? That's fucked up. Like, how could you even live with yourself knowing that you put a family out on the street and took all they shit? I'm talking about underclothes, Legos, wigs. I'm talking about everything. That's just the little shit that costs money. My perfumes, all that old shit. I'm talking about all the way up to sofas, love seats, donuts, TVs, PlayStations, medication. Right. I'm talking about pictures, everything.
Right.
Everything that I had. And what pissed me off the most about it was I paid my rent the whole time. I never missed paying my rent. And the only way that she can thank me was putting me and my kids on the street with nothing and taking everything I had.
Right.
And do you believe this bitch had the nerves to even look me in my face? After that, how could you even look somebody in their face?
Because people live and breathe on shit like that. I think These scammers out here, that's all they do. They live, eat, shit, breathe, scam. How to get over on somebody else. And that's sad.
And everybody's scamming. And when I say everybody, it's everybody.
Everybody.
Man, you can't even order. You can't order off of sites. You can't do nothing pretty much now.
Talk about
But get scammed. And then when you get scammed, there's no avenues to help you with it. There's nothing that you can do about it. All you can do is accept the fact that you got scammed.
That's it. That's all.
And you know what I noticed? It be the righteous ones. It be the ones that say, "Hey, look, I'm about God. I'm this and that. I work for the bank, or I'm in the army," or people like that scam you. The people, they try to gain your trust, and then they bite you, and they hide behind these people who we trust. And it's fucked up. Because you never know who's scamming you. You can go get your taxes done and your motherfucking tax agent scam you.
Let's talk about it. It was long time ago.
Right.
But it happened. And I was hot. H&R Block. I'm calling y'all asses out. Yes.
Okay.
Bullshit you not. Living in Los Angeles. You know, and I file my taxes every year.
Right.
You know. But I go there, I get my taxes filed. I'll never forget it. So when it was come time for me to pick my taxes up, you know, you got to have your Social Security card and ID.
Right.
This was not a game. No, true story.
Right.
So when she told me, you already came and picked up your check. Excuse me?
What?
Yeah, let me show you. You have a signature here already. I look at the signature. That ain't my signature.
Wow.
I didn't know what that was. And I had to ask her, you tell me what that says, because you got my ID in your hand.
Right. Right.
So holler at your girl. So, but the gentleman who did my taxes wasn't there.
Oh, wow.
So you understand what I'm saying? Scamming has been going on for a very long time.
Yeah, that's true.
I was so hot. As a matter of fact, I was in the Crenshaw Mall location. I walked right over to the police station, substation that was inside Crenshaw Mall, and told them what happened. Officer walked right back over with me as they were explaining, well, she just needs to call this number. And I made the statement, I don't need to call nobody.
Right.
You were the one who made the mistake. So that's your duty to call.
Right.
I'm not calling shit. And even the officer looked at it. He's looking at the signature. He's looking at my ID. And he was like, ma'am, clearly,
right,
this is robbery.
What? Hell yeah.
So, you know, the lady in the office got on the phone with the corporate, which was just a little ways up the road on Wilshire.
Right.
You heard me?
Right.
I had to speak to somebody in person. Like, this is unacceptable. Y'all are H&R Block.
Man. It wasn't that hard to pick the check up.
So I'm thinking to myself, if I had to show 2 forms of ID and you made that clear, and as when I'm walking in, I see people picking up their checks showing their 2 forms of ID. So then that's when, right then and there, I knew I got hustled. I got hustled so hard. And at the time, destitute, time to move, got stuff going on.
Wow.
And bam. But you know, I will say they did. Corporate did cut me another check.
Okay.
I went and picked it right up. But then she gonna have enough nerve to tell me, you better hope you telling the truth. And I looked her dead. Yes. Like as if I'm trying to hustle her.
Right.
I walked into an office.
Right. A known establishment.
And you had enough nerve to tell me that? Like I spent my money to get my taxes done. So I'm going to spend my money to rob you?
Right.
Fuck on.
But who showed the ID? That's what I'm saying. Who accepted the signature?
To me, it had to be the person who did my taxes. Because lo and behold, he's not there that day.
But did he come back the next day?
I have no idea.
You had already had your check.
I just went from, all right, I handled my business right then and there. Once I got my money, I didn't give a fuck what happened to him. I just wanted to get paid. I wanted my bread.
Right.
It was mine.
Yeah, that's true.
Like I was stripped of it. You know what I mean? Because like you say, people dedicate themselves to getting over on people.
Man. Tell me why when I used to do taxes, and this was like when the government started holding up checks for a while, you know, and this one guy, his girl came in. They filed the taxes, but he filed the taxes and he filed her kids or whatever. But anyway, they was getting a nice little change back or whatever, and everything was good.
Right.
Okay, so the date came for him to get the check, and it got another hole put on it. So now he like, oh man, like my mom just died. You know what I'm saying? She is way in some other state, and I can't get out there. I'm gonna miss my mom's funeral. This and that. So it was almost like $800 that he needed. Well, he claimed he needed to get a plane to get out there. So I told him okay, because I already knew that when his check came, I was gonna be the one to call for him to come pick it up anyway. So then I'll just get my money back then when he come to get his check. You know what I'm saying? So I give him the money. All right. Next thing I know, the next day or the day after that, his check hit. And tell me why one of the bitches at the tax office that I worked with, the bitches used to be haters anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because they didn't like my statue. They didn't like how I came up in there and I was able to run shit. So, anyway, the bitch then called the nigga knowing that he owed me money. The bitch then called the nigga and told the nigga to come pick up his check. He then came and got his check and skipped off him with my motherfucking money without paying me back. Now, mind you, his mom supposed to been died, all this and that. You see how fucked up that was?
Scammers.
And I was nice enough to actually give him the money.
But it's sad that how scammers will prey on anything that they see vulnerable, anywhere where they see a window open. But it's not just your normal people who are around you. It's corporate businesses that do the same.
It's everybody.
It's
whoever the nigga on the
think,
street.
You know what I mean? However long
everybody.
They can get away with it. That's what they're going to do. I mean, again, I had to go through it with Amazon. I buy a bunk bed for my child, and all of a sudden, I see a $4.99 charge. I had like 3 $4.99 charges, 2 $6.99 charges.
Right.
But the $14.99 charge
like,
got
wait a
me.
minute, hold
up.
Now just imagine if they got everybody for $14.99.
But see, this is the thing. They are. But people are, like I said, moving so fast. They're not paying attention.
Right.
Now me, every dime counts. You hear me? So I'm gonna
Right.
check on the finances before